A warm welcome, everyone. I welcome you all to the presentation on mobile operating system in introduction to operating system topic. So, we're going to see about the mobile operating system. So, myself, Mrs.P Shanmuga Priya, working as an assistant professor in the CSE department from Mahendra College of Engineering, Salem. So, we are going to see about the mobile operating system. So, before getting into the topic, let us first discuss about what is an operating system. So, we all know, we all familiarized with operating system because we were using this operating system by knowing or unknowingly in our day-to-day life. By knowing or unknowingly in our day-to-day life. If you take example, if you are an Android user or iOS user, you can be using any mobile. So the mobile is basically working with the help of this operating system. So whether it can be an Android operating system or it can be a Windows operating system or it can be an Apple Mac operating system. So there has been so many types of operating system available. So before getting into in detail about mobile operating system, we know operating system is nothing but an interface. By the example whatever we have taken based on the mobiles, we know this operating system is nothing but a kind of interface. So what is this interface is actually doing? This interface is acting between the user and the system. The interface is acting as an interface. This operating system is acting as an interface between the user and the system. So basically this system is nothing but the system comprises of memory, RAM, internal storage, external storage, etc. There has been so many types of units attached to the system. System can be a mobile or it can be a computer or it can be a laptop. So system can be of anything. That is what we use for our working to integrate with our operating system. So if you take an example of a keysock in banking sector, that is an example for our system. So even that keysock requires some interface for the system to work. So like the same, if you take this ATM machine is a system. On the whole, you can take ATM machine is a system. So for that system to function effectively, we require this interface. So basically, this operating system altogether helps us to coordinate between the user and the system for the efficient functioning of the user from the system. So first, before getting into this mobile operating system, we'll see what are the devices for this voice communication exist. So we all know initially for voice communication, that is nothing but before the invention of the smart mobile, we have the telephone, and before that we have kids playing with some of the tools to communicate from one person to another person with some distance, with some meters, few meters away. The kids can communicate from one person to another person with the help of this devices that has been shown here. So there has been so many play toys that has been exist for this voice communication initially, and later Alexander Graham Bell has invented this telephone for voice communication basically. But later what happened? We tried to accommodate the computers, emails, word processor, fax, radio, music, credit cards, debit cards, and then we even carry all the things that require for this efficient functioning of our day-to-day life within the mobile. So initially we used mobile only for communication. So we all know the mobile has been evolved from 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G. It has been still going on in research and we are still updating. So So all these inventions, all these features, functionalities, whatever we include in our day-to-day life helps us to provide a better service to the user. So we can simply say we are using all these tools, all these everyday life tools into our smartphone. So that is the usage of smartphone. So the mobile phones, what I'm referring is an example of the implementation of the smartphone whatever we were using today. So using smartphone, we are doing like fixing an alarm for the particular time and a reminder, and we are communicating through emails, and we were chatting through WhatsApp, we were listening to music, and we are watching any video lecture or any videos. So we are browsing through the internet. So all this are possible with the help of this smartphone. So the smartphone plays an important role in everyday's communication. So the smartphone has been user friendly and has been very efficient for the user only because of this efficient mobile operating system that is functioning inside the mobile make this smartphone an user friendly device to all the users, all type of users. There has been so many types of users available. There has been user for this mobile operating system is of from children's of children's of age, minimal age, to an adult, a senior person, of human beings of various age differences is using their mobile operating system efficiently and then user friendly today only because of this efficient functioning of this mobile operating system, because the mobile operating system can able to function with all the features and the functionalities that whatever we have imported into this mobile, and we can access all the functionality services from the smartphone with the help of our operating system. So while look into the mobile manufacturers, there has been different types of manufacturers that has been listed here. As you can see, there has been a Samsung, Apple, Motorola, Nokia, LG, Sony. So these are all some of the familiar mobile manufacturers that we know. So these manufacturers helps in providing manufacturing the mobile. So these manufacturers is nothing but they just manufacturing the mobile based on the operating system what they are going to use. So obviously all the mobile has some kind of infrastructure framework that has been incorporated within the mobile. So as I have said, the devolution of this mobile phones has been from, you can see here, from GSM, and then we have voice, we have speaker, microphone, monochrome, ringtones, and then we have evolved to Bluetooth, wireless access protocols, and then text graphics, color, camera, edge technique, CDMA, GPS, GPRS, RFID, Wi-Fi, LTE, NFC, WiMAX. So this progression, as you can see, the progression has been evolved with the help of this. The progression has been evolved. As you can see, there has been so many types of progressions that has been shown here along with the years. So all these years helps in understanding the different types of innovations that has been progressed. So as you can see here, voice assistant, eye tracking, Windows Phone OS, wireless charging, HDR display, Face ID, 3D cameras, Google Pixel, curved display, 5 camera phone, foldable smartphones, 5G, iPhone 12, so rear camera, flash rear camera, gaming, augmented reality, metaverse. These are all some of the features provided by the mobile operating system nowadays. These are all some of the features provided by the mobile operating system nowadays. So if you take what are the different types of operating system available are Android, iOS, Symbian OS, Microsoft Windows, BlackBerry OS, Linux. So these are all some of the types of mobile operating system available. But we all familiar with this iOS and then Android OS, then Microsoft Windows. So there has been so many familiar operating systems existing. So all these operating system is their main agenda is to interact with us the user and to coordinate with the system, which is nothing but the mobile, and to provide the output required for the user. So that is the main importance of this operating system. So let us see some of the features and comparison of this mobile and the mobile operating system, which is nothing but Android and iOS. So first, initially, who is the developer? Because there has been so many types of operating system or so many types of mobile may exist nowadays, but trust me, these two companies are the leading companies. We all know, because when it comes to mobile, everybody knows certain knowledge about what they were using inside the mobile, whether it is an Android mobile or it is an Apple. So we all had, whenever come to mobile, nobody is you know unaware of the technology they were using, or unaware of the app and unaware of the features they have inside the mobile, because that is the main success of this operating system. Because this mobile operating system helps all kinds of user to know about their operating system features, functionalities, and it made everything user friendly. So this user friendly environment has been created by this Android operating system and iOS operating system, because all the credits goes to them, because these are the most dominating and most available, most popular operating system available today. So based on these two comparisons, this Android is most flexible, open source, and it has been initially started by Google, and it has been later moved to this open source. And then if you take this Apple, it is not an open source, it is an Apple incorporation private operating system. So you can see here there has been different versions has been quoted here. These are some of the versions. So still Android 12, was the recent versions today. And we all know the file transfer was easy in Android, but it is not that much easy compared to this Apple iOS, which is nothing but you have to follow certain rules and instructions and steps for transferring the files with the help of this iTunes. And then in Android we can browse using Google Chrome, etc. In iOS we have a Safari exclusively, and also if you want you can install some of the Apple referred browsers, but the Safari is the main supportive browser, and Google Map will be function effectively in both the modes. But you can see here in Android it is actually functioning for 100 plus languages, and in Apple it is only supported for 40 languages. And you can do this video chat with the help of Google Meet or any third party application like Zoom, etc. But there is a built-in application like iOS. If you go with the FaceTimer, you can communicate with the help of this FaceTime along with the third party. So we all know virtual assistant is nothing but whatever the Google Assistant is supported by Android. By iOS we have Siri. Siri has more efficient functionality compared to this any other voice assistant application. And battery life, when you compare based on the manufacturers, this battery life is vary in Android, but iOS they have the standard battery life. That is one of the features that helps this Apple to succeed today. So these are all some of the comparisons and some of the features that exist between the Android and iOS. That is what we have discussed today. So we have seen what is an overall of mobile operating system, and what are the types, and what are the manufacturers, and what are the main two parties, and what are the few comparisons available with this operating system. So that is all for this session. Thank you so much. Thank you.